Today we are announcing the filing of federal felony charges against Caitlin Jones for allegedly sending what most Americans would describe as horrifying and menacing text messages to Monica Palmer, the chair of the Wayne County Board of Canvassers. The United States of America has charged Jones with transmitting threatening communications in interstate commerce in violation of federal law. Monica Palmer is the chair of the Board of Canvassers in Michigan's most populous county. The duty of a county board of canvassers is to vote, either for or against, to certify the results of an election. On November 3rd, the people of Michigan voted in an election that included local, state, and national candidates, including candidates for the office of President of the United States. On November 17, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers convened to review the results of that election. In her official capacity as chair of the Board of Canvassers, Monica Palmer voted against certifying the results of the 2020 election. Our investigation and prosecution has nothing to do with Ms. Palmer's vote. It has to do with what happened following that vote. The allegations are that the following day, in the early morning hours, Caitlin Jones began to send a series of threatening text messages to Board Chair Palmer. Those messages are so graphic and extreme that I am unwilling to describe them in full here. You can find them by reading the affidavit of a special agent with the FBI, which is attached to the criminal complaint that we have filed in federal court. To summarize, Jones called Board Chair Palmer a racist and a terrorist. She used graphic and profane language. Jones then sent Palmer 2 graphic photographs of a bloody, naked, mutilated, dead woman lying on the ground. Immediately following, Jones sent Palmer a photograph of Palmer's minor daughter. Jones then told Board Chair Palmer, quote, "I'd just like you to imagine that's your beautiful daughter." Jones named Palmer's daughter by name. Jones also told Palmer that because of Palmer's action regarding the election, which again were done as part of her official duty as a member of the Board of Canvassers, quote, "You should be afraid, your daughter should be afraid, and so should your husband." Jones named Palmer's husband by name. But Jones was not done. She also stated that she wanted Palmer in pain, and she made additional threats to Palmer's family. The FBI, in cooperation with our partners in the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department, took swift and decisive action in this case. I'm truly thankful to Grosse Pointe Woods Director of Public Safety, John Kosanke, and his team, as well as the FBI, for their outstanding work. This morning, FBI agents arrested Jones in New Hampshire. At the time of the alleged crime, Jones was a resident of Michigan, and she is now a resident of New Hampshire. Today, Assistant United States Attorney Matt Roth, who is the chief of our Major Crimes Unit, initiated these charges by filing a criminal complaint in federal court in Detroit. Jones is currently in custody pending her initial appearance. The current charges carry a penalty of up to 20 years in federal prison and a fine of up to $250,000. Of course, these charges are only allegations. Defendant Jones is innocent until proven guilty. The burden of proving these charges lies entirely on the United States, and that burden never shifts to the defendant. So with that in mind, let's all take a step back. The allegations in this case should make us all disgusted. There is simply no place in Michigan or in the United States for chilling threats like this to people who are simply doing what they believe is correct. Just because a person disagrees with us on a political, legal, or moral point, that does not make that person evil. Disagreement is part of the American way of life, and it's certainly part of the Michigan way of life. So while all of us can disagree, those disagreements must never, ever amount to threats or to violence. For the last several years, we've repeatedly heard leaders across this state, elected officials, community activists, and even religious leaders rallying against hateful language and rhetoric. And over, we've heard those exact same leaders using hateful language and rhetoric to decry anyone who disagrees with them. That attitude fans the flames. It leads to the senseless threats we're seeing in the allegations like this today. For the sake of our state, for our country, it's time for this to stop. All of us need to be examples for the children and young adults of our state. We need to show them that it's okay to disagree. It's okay to disagree about politics. It's okay to have different views in the workplace. It's certainly okay to have differences of opinion in the classroom. We should all be free to disagree about how we interpret the law. We just need to do it respectfully. So let me conclude by saying this is not the only threat case related to the election that we are investigating. There are more. So let me be perfectly clear. If you want to threaten people because they think differently than you, the consequences could be your arrest.